Hello there, I am Dr. Mairi and I'm the founder of Dating Evolved, and I offer advice to women over 50 who are looking to find a good man for a great relationship. Today I'm with Adele Needham. She was one of the first participants in the Dating Evolved group study programme, which started about a year ago now. So we've kept in touch over the last year because Adele's group elected to keep going with their monthly group calls so that they can, keep in touch with each other, keep supporting each other in dating. So we thought it would be a good idea for Adele to share her thoughts and experiences about the Dating Evolved programme and where she's at with it now. So Adele, welcome and lovely to see you.
Good morning, Mairi. Thank you very much for inviting me to join you this morning.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Lovely to see you. Very pretty in pink there. So it's great to have this chance to have a chat with you. Could you just tell us a little bit about yourself, first of all,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I live in Exeter. As Mairi said, my name's Adele Needham. I'm 60 and was still single up until recently. Despite the fact that I do a lot of hobbies. I play golf, I cycle. I joined a cycling group actually that was predominantly male, and I also do lots of fitness and belong to the gym and a very wide circle of friends, and I also do some acting in my spare time as well. So a busy lady with lots of interests, but yeah, that's a bit of me, really.
Very busy, yeah. And so before you started the Dating Evolved programme, where were you with dating and relationships? Had you been on your own for a while, or?
I had been on my own for quite a while, following a sort of very strange relationship with someone who I really found out later on, because I didn't know how to identify it, was a narcissist, really, and very self-centered. Now, having done the course, I could recognise that he was what we call the dark triad, and perhaps that he wouldn't want a serious relationship, which is probably the sort of thing I was looking for now in my 50s and 60s. And so in the end, I think I became a bit despondent, and I think I've always known that because I do so many things, perhaps the only way forward was online for me, and it didn't really appeal. So in the end, I did nothing about it, really. I can't say I was actively looking, and in fact, probably most of my friends probably thought I was quite happy as I am.
Yeah, so you had a number of challenges there, and yeah, dark triad. That's a very, very scary personality to come across, definitely. So how do you feel the Dating Evolved programme sort of helped you with these issues that you were having?
Well, I think it's each step of the module, you learn so much. I mean, we have 7 weeks in a 2-hour module every Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And I was just absolutely amazed at how much I learned, because I don't think I'd stopped and really delved into what I was looking for. And I think one of my favourite modules came about halfway through the course, and it looked upon compromise. And I think in the past, I'd never really sat down and thought, well, what is it I'm looking for? And what is it I really don't want? And what is it I can't compromise? And actually, when I looked at it down to the wire, I could compromise on quite a lot. But the key things I couldn't compromise on were more important than I thought. It was values, personality and humour. It wasn't about looks. It wasn't about hobbies, the things that I'd perhaps been focusing on before the course. So I was quite interested at how I'd responded to that exercise that we did, and how actually I could be more open to different things now that, I'm later in years.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, there's a big difference, isn't there, between what we want in a relationship and what we actually need. And I think we get really sort of stuck in ideas about, it has to be certain height, and it has to be taller, or he has to drive a nice car, or has particular hobbies or whatever. And these things aren't necessarily vitally important, are they? Yeah. So how did you like the science aspect of the course? Was that something that was important for you, because it's based on peer-reviewed science?
Yeah, well, again, I think that was what was interesting, because if you'd asked me before the course what I was looking for, I would have said tall. I would have said handsome, you know. And it's like you were explaining about in the animal world, in the, you know, the monkey world, that it's the big one that you're looking for when you're younger, because you're looking for somebody to be a good father, be a good husband, you're looking for that strong gene.
Yeah.
And perhaps that intelligent gene, because you want to pass it on to children. Whereas at my age, does it really matter whether he's 6'4" or 5'4"? And actually, no, it doesn't. And do I want the life and soul of the party? I think that's another thing that came into the mix. Was the trouble is with handsome life and soul of the party type of people, they're going to have a huge a pool of people to choose from. So you have to stop and think about that. But yeah, I thought the science aspect was very, very interesting, how you look at the animal world and you look at us and see the similarities. It was really interesting.
Yeah, no, you're bringing up lots of interesting points there. The fact that, you know, as older women, we need different qualities. We need a good companion. We need someone that we're going to get along with. And yeah, the sort of genetic aspects aren't really important anymore, given we're not looking for a father for kids. Yeah, so and also the personality thing, you're right, you know, if someone is the life and soul of the party, then they've got lots of opportunities. They might be attractive to a lot of women, but that doesn't mean that, you know, they're going to be a good partner. It doesn't mean that they have the qualities that are necessary for a good long-term relationship. So you might just find yourself in that situation wondering, you know, what he's going to get up to, you know, because he's got so many different opportunities.
Having said that, Mairi, I think the other part of the module that was interesting was the excuse me, the partner versus mate value.
Right. Yeah.
What you might think would make a good partner, actually, do they make a good long-time mate? And that was really interesting.
Yes, there's a big difference between mate value and value as a partner, which sounds paradoxical, but yes, because yeah, someone can be, you know, have lots and lots of options out in the mating market, be attractive to lots of people, but actually being good at a lasting relationship is something else entirely, and requires certain personality characteristics, doesn't it? Yeah. In terms of the way that the group study program works, what we did and what we do is we have a weekly Zoom session for, as you say, every once a week, for 7 weeks, and that lasts a couple of hours. And during that time, I give sort of webinar style presentations about, you know, about the science and about the advice. But we also have quite a lot of time for discussion and breakout rooms. And it's just a small group of women, so you know, I put a maximum of 8 on that, so that it's a nice intimate group. So I'm wondering, how did you find that, Adele, you know, in terms of, you know, having chance to talk about stuff with other women and share experiences and, you know, support each other? Was that an important aspect of the course for you?
I think it was a very important aspect. We just had that window offline where we could just talk to each other about our own personal experiences with that absolute safety. And I think that's continued with our group because, as you say, we now continue to do monthly catch-up calls. So we feel we have a very safe place to share past experiences. And that was great. We're actually doing the modules in the course. We were able to learn from each other and talk about our past experiences. But moving forward now, when we meet on a monthly basis, we're actually sharing what's happening in our lives now. And we've all become great buddies, actually, and we look forward to catching up on our Zoom call every month and see how everyone else is getting on and who's moved forward, who's having a problem, you know, and still help each other.
Yeah, I think it helps keep everyone accountable as well, you know, if seeing someone else doing something, I'm going to do that too now, and it sort of helps you keep motivated, doesn't it? It's nice
I think if not, you might the danger might have been to do the course and then be left to your own devices. And a lot of these ladies, very, very busy professional ladies, probably wouldn't have revisited the materials or felt that they need to do anything. And time goes on, and there you go, another 6 to 12 months, and have they actually done anything as a result of the course? Whereas our constant monthly call means we touch in with each other. And if somebody doesn't want to pursue something at the moment, that's fair enough. But then they might pick up, like you say, on something else that somebody else is doing and think, well, that's a good idea, I might do that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now we have for the group study course, now we have three monthly calls after the course is finished, as part of the package, and then there will be an option for carrying on if people want to. Adele, what would you say, do you think, was the biggest take-home message for you from the course? Do you have like one big thing that particularly affected you?
I think the big game changer for me was that, for me personally, going online is the thing to do. And I'd always poo-pooed that, never really fancied it, seen other friends do it, but thought I can't be bothered with it, and just probably dipped into it and thought, no, I can't be doing with it. But with the course, one of the great things I thought, Mairi, was the way that you said you would help us write our profile.
Oh, yeah.
And you explained to us the good way to write a good profile and what to put in and how to make it a little light-hearted and something to make you unique so that people pick you out. And so that was really useful. And the other thing was about reading other people's profiles.
Yes.
So looking at the photograph, which is what I'd normally have done, photo first. Now it was always, if the photo's passable, get to the profile, get to the nitty-gritty of this person. And what's the worst thing that can happen? You might send a couple of messages and they might message you back. Hopefully you'll have a telephone conversation or meet for an hour's coffee. You either want to meet them again or you don't. Yeah. But you have to do something proactive if you want this change to happen. For me, it was, well, yes, life's not a Disney movie was on one of our slides, and you're right. You sometimes got to make these things happen yourself. And I'm really glad I did.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, I guess the big question then is, where are you now with dating? Has the Dating Evolve program helped you to find love? And I know the answer to this already. But
well, yeah, we finished the course, I think, just before Christmas. And so on the next monthly call, I decided I would write a profile and put it online. And I met a couple of chaps online for coffee, but not my sort of thing, but very nice gentlemen. So I have to say, ladies, they were very nice gentlemen. I didn't get any wrong vibes about them. So they are out there. But then in May, I did meet a very nice chap. And yes, we started seeing each other and we're 5 months in. So I don't think I would have given him possibly, I wouldn't say not a second chance or second glance, because he's got a great smile, but it was his profile that did it. He just sounded so interesting, and that he had a lot of fun in life. So I decided to meet him, and actually on the day I met him, I thought, I don't know where I'm going. I'm sure this chap isn't going to be my cup of tea. And there you go. Hey ho. As soon as I met him, we sat and had a glass of wine for 2 hours in the freezing cold in May, because we were still in, restricted times. And he was such a nice chap. And immediately that week, I met his son and some of his friends, which I thought was a very brave but good move. And yeah, we're really happy together. And yeah, everything's going very, very well. So my advice would be to do the course, because the things you learn will really, help you to move forward if you're really looking for somebody.
Oh, that's brilliant to hear, Adele. And so do you think that this relationship would have happened before you'd done the course?
No, no. And we both said, actually, that I'm not sure whether he knows I did the course or not, but he said it was highly unlikely our paths would have crossed. Yeah. Actually, and he does none of the things that I do. He's not a golfer. He's he's not into sport at all. He's a very busy businessman, but when we're together, we have a really lovely time together. And the great thing is that I can get on and do my hobbies with the people I've always got on and done them with. So I'm not leaving my friends behind for somebody else. So he is just slotting into that piece of my life that was missing, someone to go out for dinner with or go for a nice walk with on a Sunday. That little bit of something that's the icing on the cake for me.
Yeah. And so do you feel that your life has changed now, Adele?
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. And it's strange to have a man in my life that's actually very, very different from anyone else I've ever dated. And he makes me feel very special. I get treated well, and we just have fun. And it's nice to have somebody looking out for you sometimes.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Now I've met a similarly lovely guy, and yeah, it just changes everything, doesn't it? To have that person that's got your back is just
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the bottom line message you always asked in the course is, when you're looking at this person, does he have what it takes to make you happy?
Yeah.
And I think that was a very clear message to come away, because if they don't waste your time. Time's short. Just make sure that you don't put up with nonsense that we all probably have in the past, and know your own value, and get the respect that you deserve. And that really came across in the course.
Yeah. Oh, I would totally concur with that. So, well, that's brilliant. I'm so happy that you found this, Adele. It's absolutely wonderful. There may be women listening to this just now that, they might be wondering how they can find a decent guy in midlife. Maybe they've tried online dating and they haven't got on very well with that. Maybe they're lacking in confidence, or maybe they just think that there's no good guys out there. They're all gone. Would you like to give a message to such women? If anything you could say?
Yeah, I think I would have probably have thought the same before this course. But I think whether it's online, whether it's walking dogs, I think that's a great way. I've been dog sitting recently, and loads of chaps come and talk to you when you do that. Whether it's taking up a new hobby, just keep your eyes and ears open, because quite often I think we're not open to it when we're out and about. And I learned that through the course as well. But just believe in yourself, ladies, because it's a huge confidence boost when you do this course, and you'll have the tools to take you away with you to help you find a nice man. So there are nice guys out there. Mairi tells us that on the course, and she's absolutely right. It's just, this gives you the absolute tools to go out there and make sure that you find the right one for you.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Adele. Thanks so much for all your thoughts and experiences. And yeah, it's just brilliant to hear how you're getting on. And thank you for listening. If you would like to know any more about the group study program, the Dating Evolved program, then just hop over to our website, datingevolved.com, and hope we'll see you in there. That'll be great. Okay, bye for now. Right.